If you are looking for an epic, emotionally devastating romantasy conclusion that takes a frozen, war-torn kingdom and sets it ablaze with ancient prophecy and untamed passion, you need to clear your calendar for Krista Street. We are marching straight into the blinding blizzards of the winter courts in Wings of Snow, the spectacular and highly anticipated third installment in the best-selling Fae of Snow and Ice trilogy, where the ultimate battle for a kingdom's soul officially begins. Let's lay out the strategic operational blueprint. If you love stories where a fierce, winged heroine must embrace a terrifying hidden magic to save her people, where a broad-shouldered, brooding Fae king operates with absolute tactical dominance, and where a forced proximity alliance transforms into a scorching, fated mate's bond, this book is engineered to consume your thoughts. Krista Street leaves behind standard, predictable fantasy tropes to deliver a high-velocity, us-against-the-entire-realm military fantasy game that will have you flying through pages on your Kindle late into the night. The narrative drops us straight back into the freezing, high-stakes fallout of the previous book. Our resilient heroine, Sinov, has finally discovered the true, world-altering origin of her unique wings and the ancient, volatile magic flowing through her veins. But there is absolutely no time to celebrate. The corrupt, tyrannical Spring Court has mobilized a massive, high-secure army, breaching the northern perimeter and sweeping across the Frost Realm with a singular, bloody objective: total annihilation of the Winter Fae. To mount an effective defense, Sinov is forced into a desperate, tight-knit tactical alliance with the lethal, fiercely possessive Winter King. As they retreat deep into the rugged, frozen mountain strongholds to gather the remaining splintered factions, the emotional and physical proximity pushes their relationship to an absolute breaking point. Sinov must push past her own deep-seated trauma to master her reality-bending elemental powers, realizing that the key to defeating the invading vanguard lies hidden within a historic, long-buried Fae prophecy that demands the ultimate sacrifice. It is an epic fantasy romantasy, Fae Court Politics, fated mates, high-stakes war fiction masterpiece that treats battlefield strategy, magical mechanics, and raw emotional friction with breathtaking intensity. The chemistry here burns with an absolute, scorching heat against the backdrop of an endless winter. We are talking about that high-frequency, I will slaughter entire armies to keep you breathing energy that makes fated mates fiction so addictive. The dialogue is top-tier, balancing Sinov's sharp, defiant wit with the protective, fiercely loyal commands of her Alpha King. Street writes with a remarkably lush, vivid, and highly cinematic voice that perfectly captures the biting sting of the glacial wind, the terrifying majesty of aerial Fae combat, and the quiet, heartbreaking vulnerability of two souls finding sanctuary in the middle of a war zone. What truly elevates this book into elite romantasy territory is the sheer scale of the world-building and the flawless execution of the magic system. Street beautifully honors classic high fantasy structures while injecting them with fresh, modern pacing and a complex political web. The narrative moves with mathematical precision, cranking up the stakes from quiet, tender moments of domestic healing on the run to massive, explosive, multi-court battles that will leave you absolutely breathless. Wings of Snow is the definitive pro-level upgrade your fantasy and romance library needs right now. It is rugged, seductive, and profoundly epic. It proves that when the world tries to freeze you out, the most dangerous weapon you can possess is the fire of a fated bond. So stoke the hearth, settle in, and prepare for a legendary final stand in the snow.